I am going to start recording more messages on the go. I am in my closet right now. It's late at night. It's probably 10 something. And I was just praying, and God just put in my heart, just as you are is what He can use, how you are right now. You don't have to wait for your life to be perfect or for things to be in order or for you to have it all together in order for you to feel as though you have something to offer the world. When I started this podcast, there was nothing I felt I had to offer you all. It wasn't long after I'd lost my mom. I think my very first episode was what are you going to do with the time you have left? And I was coming from a point of grieving, a point of going through things in my own life. And I remember when God put it in my heart, you got to share what I'm sharing with you with the world. And I remember thinking and saying to God, but I've got nothing to give. I'm broken. I'm tired. I'm dealing with so many things in life. So many things from, it was my marriage, my finances, losing my mom, going through some things with some friends. It was just so much all at one time. And God put in my heart. And I remember thinking and saying to God, but I don't have much to give. I don't even like social media. I'm not some professional counselor. I'm not I don't have a church in terms of being like a minister or what have you. I just remember distinctly thinking, how can I give to anyone when I don't have it all together myself, and I'm fighting for my walk with you? I'm fighting to hear from you, God. I'm fighting just to hear a word. And I remember God put it in my heart, but that's what people need to know. I need for you to share the little bit that you feel you have. Share what I'm giving you. So I want to encourage you right now. I don't care who you are. I don't care what's going on in your life right now. And I know some of you, because I've seen some of your messages, are feeling pretty down or feeling like you've let yourself down, or you're not where you want to be in life, or you've not really taken a step out on faith to do some things that you know you want to do because things are just not together like you want it. I want you to know what's missing in this world right now is vulnerability, authenticity, being human, talking about your mistakes, your faults, and areas that you're working on, sharing your growth curve with people as you grow. That's what's needed in this world right now. We have enough people out here acting as though life is perfect. There's enough of that. There's enough of that. Watch any television show. Watch anything. Go on social media. The vast majority of what you're looking at is just a mirror or image, but it's not the reality. So many times, from so many of the messages that I've posted for you all, and some of you do know this because you've been following me for a while, but it comes just as I got off my knees in prayer, just as I finished crying and calling out to God. You guys walk with me through years, or at least 2 years, the last 2 years of my son's life, in and out of the hospital almost every month. And I talked about that just extensively because I was grieving and going through. And it's amazing to me that in that, I was able to be a light to other people. And you have the same thing going on in your life. You may think, but Z, I don't have much to offer. My finances ain't even where it needs to be. I'm not even doing all the things I need to be doing. My life is out of control. I don't have much to give. And I'm telling you, just as you are could be the greatest gift that you turn around and give to the world. I know this message is for somebody. Just as you are. Some of you need to be starting your own podcast. Some of you need to be doing something, getting on social media, sharing some of the things going on. And you got to be wise. I'm not talking about getting online and sharing all your personal business. Be wise. Ask God for wisdom. But please stop thinking. Don't buy into the lie of thinking you have to be perfect, that life has to be perfect, that you got to have it all together in order for you to get out here and do some things in life. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, the imperfections are what make you who you are. That's what drives people to you. It's the imperfections. It's the authenticity that's missing in this world right now. God can use you just as you are. Some of the best books I've written and some of the best songs I've listened to has come from people who wrote it or produced it right in the time of their greatest struggles or pressures or trials in life. I did a podcast a long time ago. I think it was called Golden Pain or something like that. And the whole premise of it is that there's gold inside of that pain if you're willing to dig for it and pull it out. So anyway, I'm not going to make this a long podcast. I'm literally in my closet right now. I'm going to start, God, and that's another thing God just put in my heart. I need you to be raw. I need you to just start literally in the moment when I give you something, I want you to drop it. Forget about having to be in the studio. Forget about the sound quality not being on the best mic that you want. Be raw and give it to the people as I give it to you, because you got to ditch more of this out, because I'm trying to pull people out of dark corners. So anyway, I love you all. I love you. I love you. I love you. I was not even planning on posting anything right now. I'm literally in my closet on my iPhone with this tiny little mic, speaking into this, speaking life into someone who is really in a dark place right now. You gotta know that just as you are is enough. You gotta know that there's value. You have something to offer. Right now, you, the person that's listening to this message, who's not feeling good about where you're at in life, who feel like, I've just been going through so much. I am letting you know that pain and everything that you're going through and experiencing, it is not in vain. It's not in vain. If you all only knew the amount of messages I've received from people who have literally said to me, Z, you have no idea. I was on the verge of thinking, I don't even want to say the words, but thinking of doing some things and not being here anymore. I just put it like that. And they said, but when I started listening to your message and I started listening to some of the struggles and some of the things you were going through, but how you were still fighting for your walk with God, you don't know how that pulled me out. Imagine had I not done what I did because I want to be perfect or I want people to think I got it all together. You get my point? Just as you are is what the world needs right now. Just as you are. We need you. And I'm asking you, whatever God is putting in your heart to do, whatever it is, whether it's a podcast, writing a book, whatever it is, stop waiting on the perfect time to do it, and stop waiting on your life to be in such order that you feel you got it all together and now you can go forth. Just as you are is what the world needs right this moment. I love you all. I really, really do. And I pray this message blesses someone today. This is Z with Unlocking Greatness Podcast.